March 15, 2021, Daily Devotion by Pastor Gil Laurena. And the children of Israel were fruitful and increased abundantly, and multiplied and waxed exceeding mighty, and the land was filled with them. Exodus 1:7. This verse points us to the fulfillment of God's promises to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, from men to family to a great nation. Look what happened to the children of Israel in the land of bondage. They were fruitful, they increased abundantly, they multiplied, they waxed exceedingly mighty, and the land was filled with them. And the children of Israel were fruitful. They became like fruitful trees. From one family came out many families. And they increased abundantly, like fishes that increase very much. They multiplied and became numerous as God promised to Abraham. They waxed exceeding mighty. They became more stronger, able-bodied men. And the land was filled with them, specifically the land of Goshen. They were set in the village when they first came into Egypt, but now they were scattered throughout the towns and cities. Here are the great truths. God's promise is always true. God's promise can be fulfilled in times of crisis, either bondage in Egypt or the COVID-19 pandemic. And God's promise will prevail. Brethren, consider God's promise to you. I will never leave you nor forsake you. And to the church, lo, I am with you always, even unto the end of the world. What a great promise of His presence, and if God is with us, who can be against us? God's promises are not limited by location, season, and human intervention. Assurance of heaven is assurance of living. Hallelujah.